Hello everybody, I've got a new mask to do a review on, and I've got a similar mask to this, so I haven't rushed out to get one of these, but I thought I might as well get one while it's sort of cheapish. It's a Czechoslovakian M10. Well, you might be familiar that I already have an M10M, so this is basically the previous version of it. This mask is a clone of the M17. It's not an identical clone, but it's a clone of the M17. The M10M is basically a clone of the M17A2. The difference being the normal M10 just has a voice diaphragm and an exhale valve. Sorry, the normal M10. The M10M has a drinking tube on it as well, but this is just a standard M10. So inside I've got the mask in this bag, sealed up, so I'll open that in a moment. And in the bottom section of the bag I have the grey NBC filters and the white Riot filters, and I'm pretty sure it's that way round, but white are Riot filters basically just for tear gas, and these ones are the NBC filters that do both. So you can't have both filters in at once, you pick or choose. With this, if you look closely, you can see that the charcoal's actually seeping through. Maybe if I can get it in frame, yeah, there we go. The charcoal is seeping through these, so I won't be wearing these in any circumstances because that's potentially dangerous. But I will put these in and risk using these because it doesn't seem like anything's leaking out. Now, if you're familiar with this type of mask, you'll know that the M10s and any of the M17 type masks are incredibly frustrating to put the filters in. So anyway, let's rip this bag open first of all. So we have lens outserts. I'll put those on once the mask's all assembled. You don't need them. We've got the mask itself, and inside somewhere, I think they're here. Yep, here they are. These are the little screws to keep the cheek filters in place. One there. One there. So, if you're not familiar with one of these masks, what you need to do is open up these kind of pouches inside the cheeks and somehow stretch the filter to get them in. So I'm not going to film that because it'll probably take me 10 minutes and make me very angry. There's a slight bit of discoloration to the top of the mask there, but for the most part it's good. Once I've got it all assembled, we'll compare this to the M10M and then I'll test it if these filters are safe. Well, section 1 of the nightmare of putting an M10 together is done. The cheek filters are in. You'll notice there's a big tear here in the side of the mask, because stretching the rubber to get the cheek filters in has torn the mask. Luckily that won't compromise the seal of the mask at all, and actually I'd say if you're installing cheek filters again, I'd just get a knife and cut this entire section open to get the filter in easier. But anyway, it's done now, so I can button down what's left of these hatches and then do the eyepieces. Well, I can't even get the pouches inside closed properly. I'm trying to get these on and my hands, the skin is actually coming off my fingers there, so we're just going to have to test it as is. Cheek filter masks are the worst design masks I think in history. The person who invented them must have been some sort of sadist to come up with this idea. But I think the most ridiculous part of this was, in Eastern Europe they actually thought it was a good idea to copy the M17. They should have said, "Look at this poor capitalist designed mask, let us laugh at them, Yuri." But they instead said, "Oh, let us copy American innovation of mask with cheek filter, not canister filter." So, yeah, these masks deserve to go into the dustbin of history of a poor design. I'm just going to get the M10M out quickly so we can compare the two. Then I'm going to test this, see if it works. And then I'm going to stick this in the cupboard and never look at it again, because cheek filter masks deserve to just sit in a dark place and never come out. So what we have here is the M10's bag. I was hoping the M10M's bag, I was hoping the M10 would have a bag like this with the really nice material, but it doesn't. It's a disappointment, just like the mask. Anyway, here is an M10. You should be able to see the differences. There's a drinking tube wrapped around here. I've got the outserts on, but they're the same type of outserts. Other than that, they're the same mask really. Slightly different voice diaphragm as well, or at least a voice diaphragm colour. Cover, you see this is just making me go wrong. Same thing because of how angry this has made me. Same sort of plastic there, except this one says M10M on it. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can dig out my chemical hood for this, or at least an M17 chemical hood. I did have one of those gimpy grey sort of latex executioner style gimp hoods somewhere that these masks are meant to have. But I've got a US M17 hood, so I'll put that on it because it looks better and I know where it is, and then we'll test the thing. And then I'm going to take a well-deserved break. Well, there's the mask for the M17 chemical hood on. It doesn't fit properly and I can't practically wear it with this on. So the chemical hood's coming off, and then I'll test the thing, and then I'll look forward to shoving it in the cupboard. Right, I've got this damn thing on that's very uncomfortable. The reason is the bit where the mouth isn't closing properly. So I've got the mouth bit shoving into my face. But it does make an airtight seal. Let's see if these filters work. If these filters don't work, this mask really is terrible. As I said, anyone should never get these as surplus survival masks. They deserve... They're interesting novelties that they, deserve to be in the bin of history. And the mask's fogging up as well, because that bit's not working. Right. Oh, I can smell that straight away. The filters have failed. The mask is useless. Any survival place selling these masks cannot sell them as survival masks. The filters have long since expired. Maybe these filters only give particulate protection or aerosol protection, I don't know. The mask's fogging up. It's a pain in the ass to put the filters in, and it's rightfully expired. So there you go. The Czech M10, as we know, is a piece of crap copied from the M17, which again was a failed mask design. Everybody uses screw and canister filters for a reason. Masks like this are just stupid. So there you go. The Czech M10 fails the test. As I said, it might be an interesting novelty, but once you start trying to shove those cheek filters in, you'll realise just why these masks are a failed concept. Failed like the communist system that used all these M17 clones.